So, in this live session, we are gonna learn French with the help of this text from the book. So, we are gonna read the text here word by word, right, and try and understand what is being said in this passage. Also, we will be getting familiar with the vocabulary. Sorry for my voice today. So, the name of the chapter that we are going to read is Clé pour la réussite. Clé pour la réussite. Now, what do we mean by clé? Clé means the key. So, we are talking about the keys. Keys pour la réussite. For the success. La réussite means success. All right. So, let's understand this vocabulary, and I would suggest that you keep a pen and paper with you, handy with you, and keep writing the difficult words that we are writing over here, the vocabulary that we are discussing, so that later you have a list of new words and you can just keep revising them. So the noun form that we discussed over here is la réussite. Now, what do we mean by la réussite? That means success. It means the success, right? And this is the noun form, right? It is feminine in gender, so we write it along with la, right? We write la réussite, which means the success. Now the verbal form for this is réussir, right? That means to succeed. So réussir means to succeed, all right? So the noun that we used there was la clé. La clé means the key. So key has multiple meanings. One meaning of key can be the key with which we open our doors, right? And the second meaning of key would be important. So here we are going to learn about the key for success, or the important things we require for succeeding in our life. So with the help of this passage, we are gonna understand what we are going to learn some new words in French, and also we will try and understand the new structures in French language. So this session is particularly for beginners who are the learners who are actually starting to learn French, or those who have just started and they are trying to learn French. So our passage here starts with le chômage de France. Le chômage. Le chômage means the unemployment, right? So here, chômage is a noun which means unemployment. That is, um, that is the noun form. Le chômage means the unemployment in France. Now here, do you see this ANPE, which is ANPE, right? This is called or spoken as ANPE. Oh, so how do we say the alphabets in French? We have already done that in my previous live sessions. So I would suggest that you can go to my YouTube channel, which is Learn French by Punit, and watch my live videos there. So I have the full recording of my live video where we discuss the alphabets, how to say them. So this is the abbreviation of the name of an organization, right? So abbreviation means that we are just taking the first letters of all the words, or all the words in the name of the organization, so which is spoken as ANPE in English. In French we will speak it as ANPE. That's the name of an organization. So what is ANPE? We will be learning about it, right? What is it about? So the name of the title of the passage here we are going to read is Le chômage en France. That is the unemployment in France. Now, lisez le texte suivant. What does that mean? Lisez means, that's the verb lire. Lire. Lire means to read. Read the text suivant. 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 That means following. The verb here is suivre. So this is the adjective form of the verb we have taken here, suivant. So here it says lisez le texte suivant, that means read the following text. So it says read the following text. Okay. Now here it starts with L A N P E, which is the abbreviation of the name of the organization. So that's the name of the organization. ANPE a été créé, was created en 1967. Now, how to say the years in French? Okay, like we have the year here 1967. How are we going to say or read the year in French? Now, how do we write it in English? It is 1967, we usually say, right? But in French, we will say it as 1967. We will read it like this. So, how do we say 1000? It is mille. Now, a meal or un meal, we don't say, we just write meal. Meal means 1000, right? 900 would be 900. Okay, 900 would be 900. What, how do we say 67? That is 60 is 60. And how do we say 7? That is set. So we will read this as 1967. That is 1967. So we will read it like this: 1967. So let's say I have to read 2005. How am I going to read it? How do I say that? I say 2005. So in English, I will say 2005. How am I going to read it in French? It will be the. Now, thousand in French is mille, right? So when it is 1000, we say just mille. But when it is 2000, we will say the meal. The meal, the meal. And what is 2005? So 5 is sank. So I'll say the meal sank. The meal sank. The meal sank. 2005. All right. So if I have to say 2026 now, right? If I have to read that in French, again, how am I going to read it? It will be 2026. So how do we say 26? It is 26. That is 26. So let's write it. 2000 would be the meal and 26 is 26. So it will be so it will be written as the meal Vancies. That is 2026. That is how we read the years in French. Okay. So let me take one more example here of 1982. Right. So how am I going to read it? It will be again 1982, right? We will read that in English like this. Okay, so in French it would be written as a meal. Now 1000 is just meal. Meal. 900 is neuf cent. So this is CENT, right? So it is neuf cent, 900 and 82. 82 is, what is 80 in French? It is, what is 80? 80. And 2 is the. So it will be 82, right? 82. So it will be 1900, 1982. That is 1982. So this is how we read the years in French, okay? This is how we do it. So I hope I made myself clear here. If anybody has any doubt, you can write in the chat box. Also, you can ask the questions. You can just comment on my live video later. Okay. Now let's start reading this one again. So ANPE a été créé. So this is a été means was and créé is created. So ANPE was created in 1967. That is 1967, or in English we read it as 1967. So we will say 1967. Pour aider les chômeurs. Pour means for. Aider means to help, right? What is aider? Aider means to help. Les chômeurs. Chômeurs means the unemployed people. Dans leur recherche d'emploi. Dans means in their research of employment. Okay. So we read here le chômage means what? Le chômage means the unemployment, right? And who are les chômeurs? Les chômeurs are the unemployed people. So do you see the relation here? Le chômage. The spellings are a little bit same here in the beginning of the word, so you can just keep this as a hint that both the words they are related. Les chômeurs are the unemployed people. So what is ANPE? What is the role of ANPE? That's an organization a été créé en 1967. Now this organization was created in 1967 pour aider les chômeurs dans leur recherche d'emploi. So this was created in 1967 for helping the unemployed people in their research of employment, right? Il était, that means they were. Now what is this number? It is, what is this number? 2,50,000 basically, right? So we will read it as not 2,50,000 in English. So in French, we will read it as, what is this number? It's 250. That is 250,000. We will read it like that. So it will be the 150,000, right? Thousand is mille. So we will say the 150,000, leur nombre, s'est multiplié par depuis depuis cette date. Let me read again. Ils étaient 250,000. They were 250,000. Now, they refers to les chômeurs. Les chômeurs are the unemployed people. Okay, so here il refers to les chômeurs. That is the unemployed people. They were 250,000. Leur nombre s'est multiplié. Their number multiplied itself, right? It multiplied by 10. So their number multiplied by 10 depuis cette date, since this date. So their number, the number of unemployed people, it multiplied by 10 since this date. That means the unemployment actually increased a lot since this date. Le nombre de chômeurs, that means the number of unemployed people, est en mars 2005. The number of unemployed people is in March 2005 from now 2,329,900. So we will be reading it this way. It will be 2,329,900 chômeurs, soit 9,6% de la population active. What does that mean? The number of unemployed people in March 2005, from this number of unemployed people, soit be 9.6% of population, of active population. So they were actually, so in March 2005, the number of unemployed people was this, right? So they were actually 9.6% of the active population, right? Whatever was the active population there, it was 9.6%. So in French, we, for writing point or for saying point, we put comma, right? We don't put a decimal. Instead of a decimal, we put a comma. So this comma is called virgule. That's a virgule. So 9,6%. Pourcent means percent. So how do we write a percent in French? So in English we say percent, but in French we say pourcent, right? And for a decimal we put a comma. For a decimal we put a comma, and the comma is called virgule. All right. So we will read this as les jeunes sont particulièrement. The youngsters are particularly touchés. They were touched. They are touched. Près de un habitant sur quatre de moins de 25 ans en âge de travailler et au chômage. What does that mean? So the youngsters are particularly touched by the unemployment. Près de means what? That's a preposition. That means near to. Near to or nearly one habitant. Now, habitant means somebody inhabitant, right? So one inhabitant on four, that means out of every four, one of less than the muad means of less than 25 years of age, de travailler et au chômage, that means of working age. So the working population. So one inhabitant of four of less than 25 years of age of working is unemployed, right? So which is actually 23.3% at the end of 2005. That's all about this passage here. Now the question B says, trouver la signification de ANPE. Now, signification basically here refers to what is the full form, or what is the full form of what is the significance, or what is the full form of ANPE, that is ANPE. So what is it? Say l'agence blank pour le blank. So can anyone tell me here in the chat what is the signification, or basically what is the full form of the or name of the organization ANPE? What does N stand here for? A stands for l'agence. L'agence means the agency, right? What about N? N is for, can anyone write in the chat? So I'm going to give the answer anyways, but now if anybody knows what does ANPE stand for, you can write in the chat box, please. Give me a thumbs up as well. So N stands for national, right? So that is l'Agence nationale pour, P stands for pour, and E stands for emploi, l'emploi, right? So the full form here would be, I'll write it here. So it is l'Agence nationale pour l'emploi, right? That is the full form of the abbreviation, that is ANPE. So this is the organization which was created in, we read here, which was created in 1967. And what was the motive or aim of this organization? That is to help the unemployed people to find their employment, right? That was the motive of this organization. All right, so here we learned about the organization ANPE, right? What is the motive, what happened, and at that time what was the situation going on in the country, right? And how many unemployed people were there. And we also learned how to say the years in French, right? Also we learned how to say the numbers in French, right? The big numbers in thousands, in millions, we learned how to say them. Also, we learned how to say the percentages in French, right, in this live session. So, I hope this live session was helpful for you. And keep learning, keep watching. Also, those who haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Learn French by Punit, and that will be really helpful. You can find all my full recordings of all my live videos, live sessions over there. That would be really helpful for all the viewers who are trying to learn French, those who are the beginners. My live sessions would be really helpful for you. You can go subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and share it with your family and friends, those who want to learn French. Also, press the bell icon for future notifications. All right. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Learn French by Punit. See you in the next live. À bientôt.